Welcome, everybody. I'm Jim Baker. I've been working in this industry for more than 3 decades. I've been a programmer, I've been a manager, I've been a director, I've been an executive, all working in biometrics over the course of my career. Half of my time has been spent at CROs and half of my time has been spent in the industry, so I have a perspective of both sides. Currently, I'm at K3 Innovations and I'm the Senior VP developing our FSP business.
That's a lot, Jim. Have you been through the desert on a horse with no name?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Dave Polis. I have been in the industry for almost 33 years. Jim undersells his experience. It's actually been full 4 decades.
Thanks for that.
Between the two of us, we're old. And we've got 7 years of experience, and we boiled it down to one topic. So we're very pleased that you're here with us today. So, Jim, take it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that introduction. And Dave and I have known each other a long time in this industry. We've collaborated together, even though we've worked at different companies. This is the first time we've actually been working together at the same company.
A bucket list.
Yeah, but we are so close through the years that some have even said that we're brothers from different mothers.
You could say that we're the other brothers.
Would you like, really?
Yeah,
You would say that?
Yeah, I've
All
heard
right.
that.
We would like to discuss key aspects of the FSP contract. And FSP can mean different things to different people and different definitions. So the first thing we wanted to do for this talk is to give our definition of FSP, so put it in the context. So Dave, give us the definition of FSP.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. FSP stands for Fantastic Super Programmers. Yeah.
Dave, that's not what we talked about. That's not what we talked about. Plus, if you just call it that way, an FSP, you're leaving out all the other functions in clinical development.
Okay, I get it. So FSP stands for Fantastic Super People.
I don't know where Dave is going with this presentation. I apologize to all of you for his mess up here, and we'll get you back on track with this presentation. That's not what FSP stands for. We all know that FSP stands for Functional Service Provider. Here we'll talk a little bit about what that means. Typically in an FSP, people will work for a single client. They'll build a long-term relationship. You can retain that team for a period of time, and it can be many functions, not just programming. It can be CRAs, it can be data managers, it can be medical writers, it can be biostatisticians, and of course, it can be programmers. Typically, you work on the client's computer system and follow their SOPs.
Well, that's exactly what I meant when I said Fantastic Super Programmers or people.
Well, we have a presentation to get to. I don't know what's taking Dave off topic here. We're being sidetracked a little bit with your silly comments, but we'll start moving forward.
You must admit, my definition took a lot less time than yours.
Well, that's true, Dave. I have to give you that.
Okay.
Let's move on quickly. We define FSP in 3 different categories, and we like to look at that in 3 ways. A light touch FSP, a technical oversight FSP, and a fully outsourced FSP. What's your favorite flavor of those, Dave?
Oh, great.
No,
I've always liked grapes since I was a little kid.
FSP flavors.
Oh, I like FSP Light Touch. It's virtually all the management, technical oversight, functional lead, Resource planning, timelines, and team meetings are led and provided by the client.
Wow, I really appreciate you finally getting back on track with that and providing some intelligent input to this presentation.
I really do like gray. If you move right into the next flavor, then maybe you can make up some time.
All right, well, with FSP tech oversight, there is a shift of some of the responsibility to the CRO. So some of the technical oversight, some of the management oversight, and then there's also a combination with the client who maintains some of the oversight. So there's a collaboration between the two on the project management and the day-to-day operating of the project.
Okay. And FSP fully outsourced, almost all of the functional management and technical leads are assigned to the CRO. High-level oversight remains with the client company. Meetings such as weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual executive meetings to utilize contract management take place, and also metrics are developed to measure success and are covered at the monthly management meetings. Didn't waste any time there, did I, Jim?
No, I am impressed with that. You jumped right in and finally delivered as you were supposed to with this plan change. We defined the 3 flavors to give you an idea of how the different FSPs can be set up. But in actuality, you can combine all of these flavors together to make your own blended flavor from this approach.
I really do like gray.
Well, you're really hung up on that great thing, Dave.
I am. You just keep saying flavor. I can't help it.
To manage an FSP contract requires governance and oversight. So there's multiple layers of providing oversight to an FSP engagement. There's meetings, there's metrics, monitoring quality, efficiency, timeliness of the teams to deliver.
Oh, like when we were together as kids and managed by our moms. Mom always liked you best.
That's ridiculous, Dave. The whole idea that we're brothers from different mothers, the whole concept of different mothers, you just don't understand governance and oversight, do you?
Well, you don't understand. My mother liked you best.
Well, why wouldn't she? My goodness, I was easier to manage. You know, I wasn't goofing off all the time and messing up like you were. Of course your mom liked me best.
Jim, I think you've taken us off track again, and we should get back to FSP governance.
Great. I can get back on track. I'm glad we're through that again, maybe for the last time. Governance meetings typically are at 3 levels. There's a monthly operational meeting where you get together and go over metrics. There's a quarterly meeting that's higher level management to look at the contract and how things are progressing. But there's also an executive level meeting that goes over the contract and preparations for renewal the following year. Of course, there are daily communications and back and forth between the team members on more informal levels at a daily basis.
And there are predefined metrics to determine and measure how the contract is delivering, and to celebrate, what's progressing well in areas that need some improvement. Metrics can include quality, such as staff retention, the amount of rework, efficiency, throughput per person and team, and timeliness, ability to deliver on established timelines. A collaborative effort is maintained to ensure that these defined metrics are achieved.
That was excellent, Dave. I'm really impressed.
Well, and based on metrics while we were growing up, Jim's mom liked me best.
That's not true. I was the perfect son. My mom would have never liked you best.
Sometimes Jim can't handle what the metrics reveal.
Oh, let's move on, shall we? let's cover the advantages and disadvantages of an FSP contract. So Dave, why don't you take it and you cover the advantages?
No. I just decided I'm not gonna take it anymore. You take it.
You cannot not take it. The rules of presentation says when I say you take it, you have to take it.
Jim, you take it.
I'm not supposed to take it.
But you said one cannot not take it. So take it, Jim.
Oh, I apologize again for this. This is just ridiculous. But I'll take it because a person cannot not take it. Here are a few of the advantages of an FSP contract. One of them is you don't have change orders. When you budget something, you can follow that budget through. You don't have these back and forth surprises.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really a main benefit here. The client can maintain their desire of oversight and control that they want, depending on what flavor they choose. And you can build a fully dedicated team for that. The CRO can build a team for that client. It's easier to invoice, and it's easier for the client to review the invoice. It's a much more straightforward position. And you can retain functional resources usually beyond the 12 months or 18-month rule that most companies have in terms of having contractors. Take it, Dave.
But I didn't practice the disadvantages.
Well, you should have thought of that when you didn't take it for the advantages. Take it, Dave.
Okay, well, I will show you just how capable I am. All right, here are a few of the disadvantages of an FSP relationship. There's not many, but once you have an FSP relationship in place, you need to keep the CRO team fully utilized with deliverables and assignments. You need to co-manage any and all performance issues. You need to consider if the FSP model is appropriate. Like if it's just one study or a short duration, then it's not really going to be the one. And you have to, worry about underutilizing management or technical skills of the CRO. And finally, it can be sometimes difficult to retain key resources due to having to be concerned with career development and promotions within the CRO team. So it's a little bit of extra work. How about that, Jim?
Well, I'm impressed that you were able to step right in and go through those disadvantages. Fortunately, Dave has ended here on a high note after all of the things in between, which I again apologize for. A dismal display of professionalism, in my opinion. Hopefully you gained a better understanding of the FSP contract and some of the key points of the FSP contract through this presentation. So Dave, what did you learn from this presentation?
I learned a lot, Jim. I learned the definition of the FSP. I learned the different types of FSP models, or flavors, as you keep calling them. The FSP governance meetings, metrics to measure success, and the advantages and disadvantages of an FSP.
Very, very good.
What'd you learn, Jim?
Well, I learned your favorite flavor is grape, that your mom liked me best, that you didn't take it when you were supposed to take it,
Yeah.
and
FSP is a contract
with
fantastic super people. People.
Thank you. And we'll take any questions about FSP contracts.
You